Good day and welcome to a new video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe! Hey and welcome to Weekly Tips. We're putting some sense in your tip jar. Welcome today. Today we are going to be drawing a Myna bird. So let's fly on into drawing this a bird. Now once I've gathered my research, I then go ahead and draw a simple view that I have found, a side view. Now this is a suggestion from a Patreon that wants to know a little bit more about drawing birds and suggested a Myna bird. Now a Myna bird is quite a kind of a general common bird. I would, there's a lot of birds I would put in this category. Simple kind of birds that are out there that follow the same kind of structure as this bird. And there are a lot of birds that do fit in kind of this category. I find there are, a few different categories you can put birds into, like for instance with pigeons and doves. They are, in their category, and they're kind of a fatty bird, I'd guess I'd call it that kind of category. And then you've got these more sleeker birds like the Myna bird that fit in that category. But the overall structure of the bird, it's all the same in a way. It's like humans, and there might be a little bit of differences in some of their skeletons and their beaks and things like that. But it's very similar to other birds and things like that. But anywho, I keep delving into it. You can see me, I use a lot of contour while I'm drawing. I do understand birds quite a bit because I have drawn them a lot in the past. But here you can see it's pretty kind of simple shapes that I go for. Using kind of a triangular shape for the beak, and same for the eyes, the circles for the eyes. Very simple shapes and lines that I am using while I'm drawing this. You may need to break it down even more than this, and more structured than this, using cubes and shapes to form this side view. It's up to you and how you feel, and how you structure and draw as well. For me, I can draw like that because I do understand that. I do understand these birds and animals, so it's very easy to draw like this. But you can see the shapes and forms I use. Now I go on to a top front view. Now you can see the reference I'm using isn't the same as what I'm drawing, and that's because what I'm doing is I'm using this drawing that I'm doing. I'm taking the reference and noting down the different, I guess, aspects of him, and kind of deposing him in a way. I'm taking away that pose, but I'm taking what I can see in that reference to draw that, to really understand that. And I couldn't find a full front on view. There might be one out there, but I couldn't find one. There's probably some, but one with good quality, that you can see all the parts and everything. So, I had to make do with what I found, and sometimes you have to do that. You have to make do with what reference you do find, and use the reference and your understanding of the animal to try and fix up parts and things. Anywho, I go on to a three-quarter view. Again, I'm taking what I have learnt, or what I have understood about the animal, about this bird, from the other views, and it makes it way easier to start drawing this animal, this Myna bird, from doing this more interesting angle. I think if I had started out just drawing this view, and I just started out drawing this view, I would have a lot more issues fixing things and trying to get the right angle and trying to get the right proportions for this bird before getting anywhere. I'd struggle quite a bit. I'd still be able to achieve it, but in doing these, the front view and the side view, it really, by the time I get to a kind of a three-quarter view, I've already kind of gone past all that structural understanding of the animal that I can go into more interesting views. And once I've gone from the three-quarter view, I thought I'd do something a bit more interesting. A one where he's actually launching himself off into the air. Now this deals with wings as well. And you guys may have not drawn many wings before. Maybe you have, you're really good at them. Um, but I want to cover it in another video, so I won't be dealing with the wings as intricate as one of my videos I'll do in the future. But anywho, I go for this dynamic view um, to really capture this animal, and it shows you guys what you can do once you do fully understand the animal a little bit more. If you take a few moments, a few sketches to just understand the animal first, his structure, his body shape, his body language, how things fit in, the size of his feet versus the size of his head. And even if you do a few of these views first before doing this, there is, things you get wrong. You might have seen what I did in the previous drawing, that three-quarter view. I took the foot and I actually small sized it down using a pen tool technique where I cut the certain area and size that certain area down or up using the lasso tool. I don't know if you can do this in other programs. Um, Other ways to do that as well. There's traditional ways to do it if you want to do it as well. Um, but rather than redrawing the whole thing, I did, cut it and size it down just to get that feet proportion right, because the feet was a bit too much, bit too big. But hopefully this helps you draw the Myna bird. It's very kind of a simple bird. You can see the shapes that these are made out of. See a circle here and kind of an oval there and another oval there. So if you can really learn how to break it up, if you need to delve into that, breaking it up a little bit further than what I kind of draw, go ahead, do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just like with anatomy, you see some people draw humans like the way I just did in these, and some people you can see all their kind of line works and sketches before they have an overall structure. And it's just because I do know birds well, I do know other animals quite well. So yeah, hopefully you have learned something, you can take something away and keep drawing these Myna birds. Let me know down in the comments that you enjoyed this video. If you like drawing birds like me, if you struggle with drawing birds, let me know as well. We're going to be covering wings at some point in the future, so stay tuned for that too. Keep drawing everyone, keep creating, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.